Welcome back, everybody. In today's video, we'll be going over my top 5 LEGO Speed Champion sets. And this pretty much just means Speed Champions cars in general. I'm not really counting every set as a whole set, but coincidentally, this list is just 5 kind of car sets. There's no actual kind of big builds in any of these. So, yeah, guys, so pretty much this is my top 5 Speed Champions cars, pretty much. And yeah, I really like how they did this theme. I think there's some very nice entries, but also some very poor entries. I won't be going over any of the bad ones, I feel, but definitely my top 5, and I'll go over why I like them. So, starting off with number 5, guys, it has to be set number 75870, the Chevy Corvette Zo6. So, yeah, pretty much, I think. Again, Corvette's one of my favorite cars. My dad should be getting one when he retires, and it's not my number one sports car, but I do like Corvettes. I do like how the older ones. I think 2000. I want to say 2004 through 2000. I think 14. How they have the circular taillights and not really the new design. I like how sleek the new ones look, but the taillights I definitely prefer the older ones. But yeah, I think the yellow color was definitely an interesting thing. I like seeing popping colors on some of these vehicles. And, of course, the figures, whatever. I mean, the figures kind of just a throw in. But, yeah, I mean, all these were $15. I mean, I wish I got this. I don't have this one in my collection, so it's definitely one on my list. But a lot of these older Speed Champion sets go for about $40-50 a piece, sealed or even opened. I mean, they go for like $35. But, yeah, that's my number 5, guys. I mean, the Corvette's cool. I think, even like how they did the Technic one, I think it's kind of hard for LEGO to do Corvettes just for the pure fact of how aerodynamic they are on the front. I mean, it's even like this Corvette, like the hood to an extent is not the same height as the windshield. I mean, if you have ever seen a Corvette, I mean, the front of the hood goes down pretty low and at a pretty steep, angle compared to how LEGO does it. Like even that Technic Corvette, I think looks super ugly. Like as much as I love the Porsches they've done and the Bugatti Technic sets, I don't think I'll be picking up that Corvette unless I get it for super cheap. Moving on to number 4, guys, has to be set number 75909, the McLaren P1. This is the original one because I think they did I guess it's not a McLaren. They've done a McLaren 720S and then a McLaren Senna. Those are the other two ones they've done, but I think this one looks the best out of all of them. I've got both of them actually built. The other one's right next to me, but I think this one, the one that I don't have coincidentally, is the best. I like how they did this bright light orange color. The one thing that kind of throws me off a little bit is them using the ski piece as a spoiler. I think that kind of throws me off just a little bit. But the reason why I like this probably more than the other two as well is this one has the least amount of studs showing. I do like that. And in general, I'm not a big McLaren guy. I mean, I've never really talked about them that much. It's just kind of a whatever car to me. I mean, they're expensive. I mean, they're like, $300,000 base price. I do like how they have the butterfly doors, but that's about it. But for an actual Speed Champion set, though, that's got to be my number 4. Moving on to number 3, guys, has to be set number 75899, the LaFerrari. And all these Ferraris that LEGO's ever done are very cool. I still want to get the Enzo Ferrari Technic set from, I think, 12 years ago. Or I think even longer. I think like 17 years ago. And then all these Speed Champions Ferraris look cool too, but this has got to be probably my number 1. I got to say, if they did black rims on this, I think it would pop out a lot better. The only Ferrari I have is the Ferrari GT3, which, again, it's more of a racing car. I'm not a big fan of, like, NASCAR and, like, just racing cars, rally cars. That's why you're not going to see any of those on this list. But for an actual Ferrari, though, I think this is the best one that LEGO has done. Again, but this one goes for quite a lot of money, like $40-50. So, sadly, I'm not sure when I will be able to put this one in my collection. Moving on to number 2, guys. I'm very surprised this is not my number 2, but number 1 is definitely the best. But number 2 has to be set number 75871, the Ford Mustang GT. And yeah, as if you guys know me, I do have a Mustang GT, little die-cast vehicle in front of my desk, kind of a motivational thing, like whenever I'm doing these videos, working all night, working towards getting one eventually. And it's definitely my favorite sports car for affordability, or for price and for what you get. I mean, of course, again, you can get them for like $25K. Of course, the monthly wouldn't be that bad. The insurance would not be as bad as, of course, even if you were to get, an $80,000, BMW i8 Corvette, like, of course, like, that's going to be, it's triple the money you got to owe them. So, for an actual affordable car that I'm pretty sure it would be like my first like sports car, like, and I've liked Mustangs for years. Ever since they switched over to the body frame of the 2015 and above, I've loved how they looked. I don't like any of the older Mustangs, but these newer ones, definitely one of my top, cars that I would want. I mean, there's really nothing else above it. I mean, aside from, of course, I think everyone can say like, oh, I want a Lamborghini, but I mean, is that reasonable? I don't think so. But hopefully Mustang's coming soon. I mean, I've kind of made plans and really hoped that hopefully by April or May of next year, of course, like when winter, kind of, goes away, hopefully I can get a Mustang in my hands. Since there's really no point of getting a Mustang in like December, especially, with it only being rear wheel drive, I mean, it's definitely not going to be the easiest thing to, kind of just get used to and learn in the winter. I don't really want to, drive that, spend 25 grand and then, have a risk of crashing it, the first day I drive it when I'm not that used to it. But yeah, that's my number 2, guys. Moving on to number 1 has to be set number 75878, the Bugatti Chiron. And yeah, I think they overdid themselves with this Speed Champion set. I think the Bugatti frame fits very well in Lego. I honestly think in real life Bugattis are kind of ugly. I've never been one to really hop on that trend, aside for like, oh, if I had one, of course, like, I mean, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, it was the most expensive car, but of course now that's, beat out by hypercars and the Pagani, the Koenigsegg, stuff like that are $3 million. I mean, there's still Bugattis that are like $3 million now. That now they're not just like $1 million like they used to, but I mean, there's even hypercar Porsches, hypercar GTRs and stuff like that are all more expensive than just a regular Bugatti. But I think Lego definitely knows how to do them well, with that Technic set and the Speed Champion set. I think they really knocked it out of the park on, frame design, and the colors are pretty cool too. I like how it is, kind of really split in half, like the black in the back and the blue in the front. But I do actually have the Bugatti. Out of all these, this is the one that I do have. So I'm glad that I have my number 1, at least in my collection. But other than that, guys, I mean, I'm really trying to get that Ford Mustang. If you guys have one, a Speed Champion set, and are willing to part with it, just the vehicle. I mean, I don't even care if there's the box and the figure and stuff, but if you guys have just the vehicle, maybe leave a comment down below. Maybe send me a DM or an email, and maybe we can work out a little deal for it. Since, again, they're going for like $30, even for just the vehicle and figure. But hopefully, if one of you guys have it, you guys can give me a little bit, cheaper of a deal. But that's pretty much my top 5 Speed Champion sets. There's not that many to choose from, but these are definitely the best out of, like the 20 there are. And hopefully 2020 Speed Champion sets bring, some better vehicles than there have been. Since the past like 2 waves, I really haven't liked any of them. So that's my thoughts on those. So I want to thank you guys all for watching this top 5 video. Next week we are going back to Star Wars, but I wanted to get a kind of non-Star Wars one out this week to kind of just break it up a little bit. And I really like how the thumbnail came out for this video as well. So again, I want to thank you guys all for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to enter that giveaway, and stay tuned for see you guys later. 5% off on your next Lego purchase. Be sure to use code LIFEBRICK. That's capital L-I-F-E BRICK. At republicbricks.com for 5% off your next order. We'll pretty much pay for your shipping or get you a couple dollars off. They sell old Lego minifigures, sets, mystery boxes, and more. I've got a couple of videos on my channel showing the products, so be sure to use code LIFEBRICK on your next order for 5%.